Welcome back to Momentous Struggle, a Star Wars Shatterpoint podcast. Still, for the time being, on this week's episode, we got, what's Dane's brother's name again? Austin. We got Austin with us, joining us. He's going to be joining us at Adepticon, so we got him coming in to kind of let everybody see his beautiful, wonderful face. He was with me over at LVO for at least one or two games and stuff like that. So come and talk to him, and then we'll see if we can combat a little bit more doom and gloom going forward. We'll see what happens though. So as always, I'm joined by Aubrey and of course Dane. Austin. Yeah, that's it. Austin, how you doing, man?
I'm doing fantastic. I don't know how it changed from Austin's brother to Dane's brother. I hope that Dane is still called Austin's brother. Is that?
Oh yeah, without a doubt. Without a doubt, yeah.
Because it was definitely.
The trick is that neither of you win.
Yeah. Well, it started out because I was more involved with like events and communication and stuff like that, and so then it was just, oh yeah, that's Austin's brother, and then you guys just decide that it needs to be Dane's brothers too. But
yeah, we got to mess with both of you equally.
That is true. I'm doing good. I haven't played Shatterpoint in a little bit, but I've been playing
about 2 weeks.
Yeah, my last game was up against Samson. For our league game, but lately I've been playing Star Wars Unlimited. The new set came out. I did buy too much stuff. Of course, you have to, because you got to have all the cards.
Of course, yeah. TCGs, they get you that way.
And then Austin's brother got me into Magic the Gathering. Very little, and I'm setting a limit because I'm like, no, I can't get too deep into it. So I have 3 pre-con commander decks, and that's it.
A start. No, don't worry.
I know it's a start. It's all right.
You gotta add some cards to that. Do you have Fierce Guardianship? Do you have Teferi's Protection? Do you have?
I did one of the precons that I'm enjoying. I did purchase some cards to upgrade the precon. The cards that I bought to upgrade the precon are double the cost of the precon.
Yup.
So now the precon's value will be 3 times its normal value.
Right.
So.
Dear listeners, we need to have a moment of silence for Dane's brother's wallet.
Right. It's gonna be it's a slippery slope, man. You buy that precon, you're like, oh well, if I'm gonna play this game, I need to have this. Oh wait, what's that card do? And you start playing with other people, and they have these really cool cards, and all of a sudden, oh, that card's cool. And then you see an alternate art that you really like. It's like, oh crap, now I got to go get that alternate art because that's really cool. And next thing you know, you spent $1,500 on freaking cardboard. Yeah, it's.
But it's fun. You know what? At the end of the day, why invest your money when you could just invest it in the cardboard?
Exactly. Makes so much.
It's my retirement plan.
Right? Just hope that that's the worst part about Magic is like cards used to hold value, but now they just change. The meta changes so fast that the cards change value so quickly.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, Aubrey's got something.
No, guys, I just got a message from Talia. You know how I was having server connection issues? What is literally happening right now is she was trying to play a Reno while we're recording, and she's like, apparently I can't play a Reno while you're recording. It won't connect to the server. So that's why we were having connection issues, was because of Magic the Gathering.
Yep. The root of all evil. The root of all evil. But yeah, no, I know Swoo had like their pre-release this weekend. I mean, how many pre-releases did you play in?
So I didn't get to play in any pre-releases, sadly. So I was going to play in the 7 o'clock North Phoenix pre-release on Friday. And the only way I was going to do it is if like a good friend or my brother went with me. So Samson was supposed to go with me. And then Samson decided that he wanted his washer to blow up and leak down his wall. His washer's on the second floor. So he sent me a picture of his entire wall at the base of his stairs cut open with the fan thing. So So he's like, yeah, sorry, I got to deal with this. I can't go. And I was like, well, I guess I'll stay home with the family tonight. So that was great.
Unfortunate
but
for Chris.
Yes, very unfortunate. So I just went to Gamers Guild North Phoenix and picked up my pre-order boxes that I bought, and then I also bought the
Boxes.
the two
Plural.
three.
No,
I did.
no,
I
no,
did.
no.
I bought 3 booster boxes and the 2 decks. You know what? I thought it was bad, but the people in Phoenix Squadron were posting their polls, and this guy's like, "Oh, box 4, I pulled this," and we're like, "Hold on, box 4? How many boxes?" And he's like, "Oh, I buy
a case.
A case. Every
Yeah.
set buys a case. It's 6 boxes."
6 boxes. Yep.
I thought about it.
Okay.
but I held myself.
Okay. Austin, repeat after me. Buy singles.
You gotta buy the boxes on release to. You know how much fun it is ripping those packs, and it's on release. Then after that, I buy singles.
No. Or instead of going, what's in the box? Could it be the cards I need? You could just skip that step and buy singles.
Hold on. Watch this.
Oh, great. He's leaving. What's happening?
All right.
This became a
There's
SWU podcast all of a sudden.
There was one
Momentous
card that
Struggle.
I was really liking that got released. Okay, because I'm a big Bad Guys fan, and I pulled the Prestige,
Of Maul, nice.
and it's
That
the
is a
Maul
cool looking
Prestige, and he looks awesome.
Okay.
And that's how they get you.
If I didn't buy the boxes, I wouldn't have pulled it. I could buy it, but like now it has more value to me because I pulled it. Yeah.
Or
Whatever you
hear
gotta
me
tell
out.
yourself. Whatever you have to tell
You
yourself.
you could have just bought the card.
I mean, the card is like half the cost of the box, so I got value out of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's
Yeah.
fine.
You're not-
Remind
you're
me,
not- you're
are
not
you
changing
are
my
you
mind,
planning on
right?
playing Magic the Gathering and also paying for your child's expenses?
Well, that's why his wife works.
Yeah, my wife makes more money than I do. Come on now.
All right. I'll move on. I'll move along. Yeah.
All right.
Reminder
So-
that I have been fielding all of my Shatterpoint purchases by selling my Magic collection, and I still haven't run out of cards. Well, I've run out of easy cards to move, but still.
Yeah.
So, Aubrey, you've been playing SWU also, it sounds like. What have you been So what have you been up to since the last podcast, other than playing SWU? Or is it just playing SWU?
Oh, no, I haven't really done anything with Shatterpoint. I'm trying to think. Scorched... So, Scorched Earth happened, but we talked about that last week. And then I've been wheeling and dealing, I've been talking to Damon, because I guess he's moving some of his Shatterpoint stuff, and he had things I don't have yet, and I want to at least get everything before the dire happens. But anyway, other than that, I mean, I've taken a pause on 3D printing again until we know what the landscape is. Why are you asking me about Shatterpoint? This isn't a happy part. Anyway, we're gonna go.
This
skip
isn't a
that part.
Shatterpoint podcast. What are you doing?
We're gonna go back to SWU. So Samson didn't tell me about his problems that he was having, because I feel like you and I were having similar conversations with him, because he and I have been brewing together. Well, okay, as I am wont to do, I still Todd's lists in Shatterpoint. I'm probably gonna make a Mother Talzin deck like his in SWU. I'm just gonna keep stealing
Blue's
people's
dead.
ideas.
Blue's dead. Get out. Control's dead.
No. They literally have a card named Shatterpoint, and it's amazing. I'm gonna keep using it. Murder, death.
Not the new Shatter. It's not a new Shatterpoint, right? It's the one from the last set or 2 sets ago with Dice Windu going like that.
I don't know what cards are from what set.
Okay.
That would
I
require
have
being invested.
I have Shatterpoint in my Darth Maul deck. All right, I know what you're talking about.
See,
It's a good card.
So anyway, so he has been on a Qui-Gon Jinn train, the leader that bounces stuff, and then you can play another thing. And Todd, why didn't you tell me that this game has reverse birthing pod?
Well,
You'll
that's
have
a
to
fairly
explain
new
that to
card.
me.
Birthing Pod is a very old Magic card that was broken.
Is before your time.
And yeah, it was very, very broken. You can kind of do that with Qui-Gon. His ability kind of allows you to do that type of a thing. So yeah.
If you squint at it the right way, it's reverse birth. Birthing Pod, to be clear, was really broken. Instead of going down in cost like Qui-Gon does, it went up in cost, and you could just search your deck for the card. It was utterly broken. But it gives me the happy feels, Todd. The Qui-Gon deck does that. But I'm enjoying the fact that I have all of these weird heuristics from Magic, and I know it's not a direct analog because this game is different, but I'm able to talk more card theory and pull all this knowledge. And Chris and I are disagreeing. He wants oops all Qui-Gons, and I'm like,
Yes,
or we could make a more synergistic deck and actually have a curve that goes from 1 to 7, two to not really 1. You know what I mean? This game starts
Yes,
at
I
2,
do.
not 1. A Magic problem. But
Right.
or we could go from 2 to 7 because that's how you play Birthing Pod. You need something at every
The top
cost
end.
slot
Yep.
to make this train get into town. So but I've been
Right.
having fun. I've been talking to him a lot and getting my butt kicked. Oh, okay, guys. I know we're everybody who doesn't play Sloo is like, this is awful. Have you played against the new or I don't know when it came out, whatever, the post rotation Obi-Wan that gives everybody experience?
Yes.
Oh, that thing is nasty.
Yeah, if you don't keep him under control, he gets out of control.
Dude, and him and Yoda, they just murk things off the table. They just go, oh, by the way, boo, 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 everyone's dead. You know what? During Order 66, when they're on the Jedi Temple and they're just murking clones, meanwhile Ahsoka's like, I don't want to hurt my friends, and they're racking up a kill count outside the temple. That's basically what that deck does for the uninitiated. I just explained it to you.
Yeah. Well, and you can't chip damage them because Yoda just does the restore 2 or restore. Yeah, I think it's restore 2. So he's just healing the base. So it's like, yeah, you healing the base and scaling his damage up and up and up and up and up.
Oh no! I mean Big Yoda, the big 8 mana, the big 8 mana.
Oh, the 8 cost.
Yeah, when you
Yoda.
use the Force, it deals damage equal to whatever your number, whatever he says. I don't care.
Yeah.
But then Obi-Wan uses the Force every turn, so you just go bing, 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 like stop killing my guys. Yes, it's turn 8, but spoilers, you could get to turn 8 in this game because it's not Magic.
Yeah. There's not turn 3, you're dead, because I can just empty my entire hand with burn spells.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right,
but no,
Todd, bring us
a
back. Shatterpoint.
Bring us back.
What do you got?
Yeah.
What have you been up to, Todd?
To be fair, I mean, and this is I think the problem is that with us not having releases in 7.5 to almost 8 months now, a lot of us just haven't been playing Shatterpoint. I mean, I think like within our community, the people that are going to Adepticon for Worlds are working on getting their reps in now. I saw Booker, has been meeting up with people playing games and things along those lines. So we have that, but unfortunately, it's like no one else really. The announcement kind of put a damper in the community quite a bit. So there's, like I said, I've seen Samson playing, I've seen Liam playing, I've seen Matt playing, but it's like, and I'm not there to I'm not going to give them, I think, the prep that they need in order for Adepticon when we have the elite players in our community, like Chris, like Liam, like Matt. It's like I'll let the 3 of them play together unless they really want to get a game in. I have something that they want to play into.
Yeah,
I'm more than happy to, but I have not. So one of our friends, Frankie, that I met through MCP, he's been running up the Kill Team stuff, and I actually did a demo with him playing Kill Team, and because I have so much leftover 40K stuff, it's like, oh, you mean I don't have to buy anything to play this game except for tokens? Okay, so
Must be
I can play
nice.
right? It's like I can just play Kill Team and go buy Etsy tokens for like $20 or something, and now I'm ready to go. So been playing a little bit of that type of a thing. So it's like, yeah, unfortunately, it's like that's kind of I think where like a lot of people in the community is, and I think that's kind of what I wanted to talk about. Like, you know, we've kind of hit on that to start with, like going into like kind of what I want to talk about for the main episode was like where is everyone's head at going into like, you know, this by post Adepticon, because we don't really know we don't know anything really when it comes down to it. We know what that announcement said, that Shatterpoint's out a flagship game for Asmodee and AMG, but AMG's still going to support the game with what did they say? They said with organized play and points updates, but they didn't say anything about releases in that thing. So it's like that has kind of brought out a lot of the doom and gloomers for sure with that. And I guess let's start with Aubrey, because like for Aubrey, you have really only played Magic for like the most part. So this is like the first game that I think you're probably going to experience that you really were invested in, that's like has the potential of just kind of dying by the wayside, you know, like dying on the side of the road. No, you've had other ones?
No, remember, apparently I can't trust the Star Wars IP to handle its games, because I played the Deciphered card game back in the day.
Yeah,
it got canceled. Now, to be clear, as a kid, I just loved it because it was Star Wars. Did I understand the rules all that much? Probably not. It was way too complicated of a card game. Like, I go back and I've looked at the rules a little bit over the years. That game was way too confusing. And also, your deck was your life total and your mana, and it was way too convoluted. Then I think it was Wizards of the Coast. I could be mistaken, but then there was the Star Wars TCG, not to be confused with the Star Wars CCG. The first one was Decipher. The second one, I think, was Wizards of the Coast. I don't know. This was 20 plus years ago, and the game's gone now. That game was super interesting because it came out literally in between Phantom Menace and Attack of the Clones, and so they started putting Attack of the Clones stuff in there, but they didn't have the lore yet. So they thought, no, it's weird. So they started putting the clone tag on the stormtroopers because nobody at Lucasfilm told them that the clone troopers in Attack of the Clones are not the stormtroopers in the Galactic Empire.
They're the same thing. They wear like the same armor, right?
Yeah, they look pretty much the same.
So that game was kind of goofy. Although, interestingly enough, it kind of has like, if you squint at it really, really hard, it had like a space arena and a ground arena, like similar to how SWU does it now. But everything else about it was different. It wasn't close to Magic at all. And then that game got canceled. So then I have all these decks, and nobody cared. And to be clear, my friends barely played. Like, my friends tolerated my Star Wars fixation as a kid. They just kind of let me ramble in the corner and try to convince them to play the Star Wars card games with me.
I have no idea what that's like.
No clue. No clue. I know. So this is happening to me with those card games. But yeah, then Magic was my what was the other one? Versus System, the Marvel DC card game. I think that game, my friends wanted to play that, and I think that game might have already been dead. Those silly friends of mine, they got me all in on this game, and I didn't even realize it was dead. They just started collecting the cards and playing. So I have had card games go down, but yeah, my primary games were like Pokemon and Magic, and so this is my first bubble being burst. I don't know how you all, the meme first time with the noose around your neck. I figured Star Wars was safe. I should have looked at my precedent.
I mean, Star Wars is safe. It will be around forever, but you just got to jump from game to game.
Imperial Assault and what is it? WotC had a miniature. WotC minis, right?
Yeah, the Star Wars miniatures game. Yeah, it was just Star Wars miniatures.
Yeah. Star Wars miniatures. What? Destiny.
Destiny died. Yep.
I should have paid more attention. Hey Todd, where's the social contract where you're supposed to explain to me that I was going to be sad 3 years after you convinced me to do this?
I really didn't think it was 3 years. I truly thought that this was going to have a 5-year run, especially because like looking at like MCP and the run that they've been having, I'm like, okay, well it should be safe, but who knows? Well, what about you, Austin? I know you've been avoiding like the doom and gloom of it all as much as possible.
Yeah.
But you have Spoo to keep you going, I guess, huh?
Well, and you know, I guess I'm the special one here because Aubrey's had games canceled and stuff like that. So Shatterpoint is my first miniatures game ever. I started a little bit more than 1 year ago. It was actually at the LVO in February last year. I went there with my brother. He was into miniatures and he was kind of started doing Shatterpoint. So he's like, "Hey, you like miniatures? Because we play D&D. You should go to this thing."
What?
Like, all right. Yeah.
I don't know if I trust Austin's brother anymore. No, not Dane. Back to Austin's brother. This is just like D&D,
I mean, you're going to see a theme here where all the money sink hobbies that I'm into now is because of my brother. But so he's like, yeah, let's go to LVO. So I went. We just spectated. We didn't play or anything, but I watched. I actually met you guys there, talked to you guys, watched some Star Wars Shatterpoint, and I was like, this is awesome. So I bought a used starter box that the models were already pre-built. So that night we actually played a game, and you can't really call it a game because the rules were not right whatsoever. But we played in the hotel room. So we thought that using an ability was one of your two actions.
Oh, wow.
No.
Oh yeah, it was. So I was playing Separatists and he was playing Republic, and so yeah, like if I wanted to use an ability, it was, and we thought it was weird because like one of the abilities would be like you get to dash, right? Spend a force dash, and I'm like, well, why would I do that when I could just use a move action?
Right? This doesn't seem right.
This isn't right. And I was like, but it must be because you don't want to attack this turn, so you're going to double move.
Right.
You're going to use a move action, then you're going to use your second action to use your dash ability, and then you can't attack because you use both your actions. Yeah, it wasn't great, but the next day I bought the Grievous box and the Dooku box, and went home, put those together, and haven't looked back. Now I own way too many of them. So it is sad that only after 1 year playing the game that it is kind of dying out. Possibly, maybe it's still alive. Hopefully, but I've been staying off the social media, Discord talks of it because I've had experience in video games of the doom and gloom talk, and a lot of times it's just talk. Like people, it's easier for people to jump on the doom and gloom train than to have positivity about it. I played a lot of World of Warcraft at a very high level, and you know when nerfs were coming in, oh my gosh, it was the end of the world. I can't play this game anymore. My class is I only play Druid, and they're nerfing Druid, and it's over. And then the everything would happen, and 2 weeks into the game, they'd be like, "Oh man, no, Druids are actually really good still." And you're like, "Yeah, yeah."
So yeah, I mean, I think there's
hopeful.
Yes.
Yeah. So here's my thing. Like this has happened, and we have a friend named Jeremy where we swear every time he buys a playset of a broken Magic card, we know the ticker is counting down that deck's gonna get banned, at like full stop. And I've had the experience of like a really close friend of mine, to go back to Birthing Pod. Really good friend of mine, like we would play Magic every week, everything. He got guttered when they banned Birthing Pod, which they should have. It was stupid because you could just pull an infinite combo out of your deck and just win on the spot. and you had one window to interact before that happened, and you died. And it had like more than one. It could do infinite life or infinite damage, flavor to taste. Oh, what if you just did both? I have infinite life, and you're infinitely dead. Does that seem fun? No. And so he quit playing Magic, and he disappeared off the face of the earth, and I haven't talked to him forever because he just like he cut ties with everyone. He was so angry, he just disappeared from existence over a banning. So I mean, I get it, but all right, I'm gonna tap the sign one more time, guys. We won't know anything until after Adepticon.
Yep.
Keep saying that for the next 3 weeks.
Well, they usually
Then
do
we can
announcements
panic.
and stuff at Adepticon, right? Like the road map and stuff at Adepticon.
Yeah, they'll have the roadmap. I think we'll have a better idea once the roadmap happens, because that'll, if it has the, I think it, depending on the feel of the roadmap, is really going to give us an insight into what's going to happen. If it feels like the roadmap the year before they killed off X-Wing and Armada, where there literally was, they just weren't there in the roadmap at all. Yeah. Sure, then the game's dead. I mean, if it's one of those where the roadmap only shows the releases that we have, I think there's going to probably be a lot of disappointment around there. But I mean, in all honesty, that might just be where we're at. Is like that it might be okay. Here's some new pictures of the stuff that's already been released or already been teased, and here's a tease for the points updates and rebalance that we're probably going to see shortly too. And if anything above and beyond that, I mean, then I think we're in good shape. It's just a matter of what's going to come from that. So it's, I don't know. I'm trying to reserve opinions. Like I said, I think Asmodee kind of did AMG dirty with this. I mean, I think they just made a corporate decision at the end of the day, because I don't think this was the road and the path that AMG would have wanted to take, especially the people that started the company, all the Wills and Plummer and stuff like that. I think I don't think this was the path they wanted, but at the end of the day, a giant corporation took on nearly $1 billion worth of debt, and they need to find a way to sit there and not be in the red.
Yeah, I mean, if they gave more love to the Separatists, I bet you Asmodee wouldn't have done this. So.
Yeah, exactly. They backed the wrong.
Asmodee actually is huge Separatist fans, and they got super upset with the nerfs that they got and how they've been treated. So.
Yeah. More droidicas, and commando droids and Admiral Trench, and this all would have been fine. They would have sold 10 times as many boxes. I mean, just saying.
Oh yeah, they would have sold out. It'd be in demand. Prices would have risen.
So what is your plan, Austin? Basically, kind of like when it comes to Shatterpoint, are you just kind of like waiting to ride it out, or?
Well, I mean, I'm gonna keep playing as long as other people continue to play. Like, even if it's just the Wednesday meetups every other week, whatever it ends up being. I know the nice thing is I know like my older brother Dane, so I know he'll keep playing. So even if it's just us playing together, I know Samson is looking forward to a new game coming out.
The StarCraft game, yeah.
The StarCraft.
You must construct additional pylons.
Yeah, so I'm sure he'll, I'm sure I can still hit him up and be like, hey, let's play Shatterpoint, and he will. So that's more than likely what I'll end up planning, and then just continuing to play some TCGs. I don't know. I'll have to look into some other miniature games and see. I do have a Legion army. I bought the Empire starter army. It is not fully put together yet because I decided to do lots of things at once. So how can I build and paint when I have to organize my cards? And I got a laser engraver now, so I've been playing with that. It's just, yeah.
So many nerd hobbies.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes, I got a
Austin, we
engraver.
may need to talk about that laser engraver later, because I still want to make my World Between Worlds table, and I need to figure out how to get the cool swoopy symbols into acrylic. So sidebar.
Yeah,
Carry.
We'll talk about that. But yeah, so I'll probably end up playing some Legion, continue with Shatterpoint, SWU, Magic, just nerding out when I can. My schedule is a little bit more constricted. I got a 2-year-old, so I'm always busy. And then I do private coaching 1 day a week and work.
That work stuff is awful, man.
Yeah.
Sleeping takes up so much time.
Well, I mean, once you get your sleep down to 5 to 6 hours a night, it really helps out to alleviate some time. So, is that not enough, Aubrey?
No, that makes Aubrey grumpy.
Aubrey has to sleep at least 8 to 10 hours. No, I get it. Like I'm the same way. Like 8 hours is about the best. Not 8, but about 6 is where I'm normally at. That's my wheelhouse too.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's. I will say it's trying to balance being a gamer nerd and having a family is so hard. It's so difficult. It's not that bad for me because like my youngest is 9 now. I mean, but at the same time, dude, wait until your kids start having activities, man. Like I was at a track meet all day yesterday watching my daughter run around a track. I spent what, 8 hours at a track meet for her to run a grand total of 1 minute and 40 seconds in her races.
Oh, I was gonna say 3 minutes, Todd. Apparently, I overestimate.
No.
She just does the sprints, so it's just real quick.
She does 100, 200, 400. That's it. Yeah.
You can always just show up
Hours.
for her events. Oh, are they spread out? Is that why?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. Of course.
So you have to be there at like 9 in the morning for the 100, and then like the 200 is the second to last event of the day. So and that's like usually not runs until like 5 o'clock. So yeah.
Todd, have you considered not letting her do track and picking literally anything else?
She loves it.
Okay.
The problem is if you choose another sport, they still are pretty busy. So I grew up playing soccer, and during like rec regular season, you got one game, right? One game on a Saturday. But like I grew up with 3 siblings, so like, bless my parents, they were there all day because my games at 8 a.m., my sister's games at 3 p.m., and then there's games in the middle. So it's like, but then you go to like a club setting and it's like you go to tournaments. So your one kid has 2 or 3 games during the day, 2 games Saturday, 1 or 2 games Sunday. You got the whole weekend there. So there's no good option unless you make your kid not be athletic.
Yeah. My kid is thinking about, instead of going to Summer Nationals, which was at the Baird Center in Milwaukee last year, which was super weird. It was within weeks of each other. So they were literally like, I was explaining, all right, go over here, do this, do that, whatever. He's thinking about, going to, is it Italy? Italy, somewhere in Europe. I think it's Italy this year instead, because he will only need a plane ticket, and sadly, that's about the same amount as if we were to send him to Milwaukee and stay at a hotel.
He needs to go get a job, is what he needs to do. It sounds like
because the school is like, they're not the school, the club. I don't know what the right word is. Anyway, they're paying for part of it, or they're doing some kind of fundraiser or something. But still, cool. And I'm over here like, I was feeling my time freeing up from him getting a car and a license and all of that, and now I'm like, no, but now it just gets more complicated.
Yeah,
right.
Darn
so,
kids.
So Austin, you have not. So it sounds like LVO, the first LVO of 2025 was your first miniatures convention. So you've never been to have you ever been to Gen Con or anything like that, or any large nerd conventions? Okay, so this is going to be your first time.
Yeah, so I've been to LVO twice because I played in this last one in November, October, whenever it was. The only conventions I've been to other than that is Fan Fusion, Comic-Con.
Comic-Cons.
Right? I do the I did the Denver one a couple times, and I do the Phoenix one, obviously. But that's and the Renaissance Fair. Those are the only nerd stuff I've been to. So yeah, but for miniatures, it's just LVO. So Adepticon's going to be fantastic because
So I mean, take LVO.
big.
You put a lot of steroids into that, and then you're at Adepticon. Basically, it's like you take LVO and you increase that by like 10, and then you're at Adepticon.
I'm excited.
So it'll be interesting. It's fantastic. It's a good time. I definitely, I'm excited because I know that Quincy's coming from overseas. Like he's coming from the UK. So we're actually going to have hopefully a couple more overseas players coming. I know the Canada guys are not going to be able to make it. Like the guys from Coordinated Fire are not going to be there this year. So that's a bummer. So I guess looking at LVO, or not LVO, Adepticon. What's kind of your expectation as a first timer? I know you've probably heard the stories. What are you thinking about Adepticon?
I mean, what about it? The atmosphere.
I mean, what is from all the stories you've heard? What is probably the thing that you're kind of the most excited for, to experience when it comes to that place?
For me, probably all the vendors there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really big on vendors. When I go to Fan Fusion and the Renaissance Fair, I go into every single shop because I love looking at all the stuff. I like making bad financial decisions. So
we know you play Magic and Swoo simultaneously, so no, we get that.
Yeah, no, we're aware. Don't worry, Austin. I'm bringing an extra bag for you, specifically for you.
There you go.
I know better. I learned from Izzy last year. We had to go buy a bag for him.
So, I mean, other than that, I mean, I think it's just the being able to just see all the tables set up for all the stuff. I know the first LVO that I went to, which was at the Rio, right? Rio?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it was at Rio.
I mean, that was shell shock to me because I walked into the Warhammer one, the 40K one, and I was like, there's so many people playing right now, and my brother's like, yeah, it's all the same game, and I was like, what? I was like, so I took, I picked up my camera and took a panoramic because you can't just take one picture and get everything in it. It's so much, and I sent it to my wife, and I was like, look at this. This is just one room.
Yeah. Yeah, they get 1,500 to 2,000 players for the day one of that. So yeah, it's pretty wild.
Yeah, so I think I'm excited to just be able to see how big it's going to be with all the other games and even just Shatterpoint because I know Adepticon is a lot bigger Shatterpoint tournament than LVO and some other ones.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. Yeah. It's going to be, I think. You have the automatic qualifiers from all of the GTs that will be there, and then I know that I think the last chance qualifier I think is over 100 players, so it's they're gonna have I think something probably 120 players over all the events, 140 players if you take into account maybe learn to plays and stuff like that, or people that are just doing casual stuff. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be a big event. It's nice that that they're getting that many players for sure. I'm excited to see that. What about gameplay wise? I guess I could go to Aubrey. Aubrey, is there something? This will be your third year now. Our third year together over there. What are you excited for something?
I'm okay. So, reminder that last year, I don't know if we had the bathroom explode on us yet. But my finances were a little tight. I'm trying to remember exactly the chain of events that happened.
The bathroom was the first year. That was 2 years ago.
No. Our house.
Not that.
Not the.
Oh,
other
your house,
story.
Beth.
No, remember
okay.
We had a bunch of. Don't worry about it, Austin. It didn't happen. We had a bunch of. We just had a bunch of expenses last year, so I was kind of disappointed because I had to be the kid outside in the cold of the snow, looking at the window in. I basically stayed away from the vendors last year because I was like, I don't want a window shop. That's boring.
Yeah,
that kind of stinks. My goal last year was just to get the Ahsoka dual pack. because I love. I mean, Ahsoka's one of my favorite characters. I love the diorama. Like, it's awesome. Thank you again, Justin, for painting it for me. And like, that was my only goal. I only had one purchase in mind, and I still ended up with extra stuff. People kept throwing things at me, and I think I got that. Did I get the Cassian box or the Krennic? Probably the Cassian box. I think I got the Cassian box there. So all I gotta say is budget.
That wasn't meta then, though.
That wasn't meta then. We didn't have Bazin Turret. You were using Rebel Pathfinders to make it work. Anyway, so I'm a little more excited about the vendors just because there's cool stuff. Like I'm looking at my wall right now, and I've got a couple of pictures that I picked up by what was that guy's name? Brent Westwood. I think it's Brent Westwood. But there's a guy who does a bunch of Marvel and Star Wars prints. Like, it's awesome. You're gonna see new games getting showcased there. The booth. Some of the booths in the vendor hall are insane. Like, they set up a whole production with like LED signs and TVs with the trailers of their games, and it's like the vendor hall, you literally could go there and just paint and hang out in the vendor hall, which is what some people do. Like, and you could just never touch your minis and just run around. Like, there's so many things to do for every conceivable person, so it's insane. Like, to be clear, all right, Austin, same context. All of the AMG games, all the lines, including the former ones, hi Shatterpoint, are going to be in one room with some other games kind of strewn about in the middle. And then the other room, the whole other room, is just GW. Full stop.
So last year we had X-Wing in our hall. They won't be there this year because they aren't an AMG game anymore.
Right. They're moving them. That's true.
Armada wasn't there. They were in their own space already. But Star Wars Unlimited was there in the AMG area. So we're probably going to have to put, one of those leash things that you have, like you put on your kid's wrist when they try and walk away. We're probably going to have to put one of those on Austin so we can pull him back from time to time. So yeah, but one thing. So
I'm getting that mat. I'm getting that mat, guys. All right, I need it.
One of the things that so I will let me share this because I want to. There is something that I want to get for sure, which is the convention exclusive that they're doing for MCP.
Oh,
dude, that model is the Mephisto. It's Mephisto.
Oh wait, sorry, I used a full name, Mephisto.
Yeah.
Sorry,
that is sick.
My church background came out there. Anyway,
that's the con exclusive Mephisto. Yeah. So it's like one of those where it's like, okay, I'm gonna have to try and find a time to get that Mephisto because I haven't bought him yet anyway because I wanted to get him for MCB, but haven't really been playing anything. But it's like once I saw that, I'm like, yeah, that's pretty sick looking. That's pretty sick looking, and I can probably convince Justin to paint it.
we're all like, Justin, please.
But no, it's a con exclusive that probably no one in Arizona is going to have because nobody that plays MCP in Arizona goes to this except for like one person. So it's like I can give you something to paint that like no one else in Arizona.
It seems like it'd be a slam dunk. I don't know.
Right.
I got an exclusive for you that has nothing to do with anything, but I'm gonna see if I can try and pick it up because Talia loves StarCraft, loves StarCraft. I'm gonna have to try the new StarCraft game. I like when it comes out. I'm gonna let Chris lead me down that rabbit hole. But
none of you guys are going to be working during this convention. It's like I'm going to be like on myself. Like I need at least one of you guys around. It's like I'm.
I mean, you know what? Once I go over there and spend all my money, I'm going to be coming right back because then I won't have any more money left, and then I'll be on the stream
Thursday. So Thursday afternoon, you'll be.
I'm going broke on Thursday. Yep.
Yep, that's not going to take long then, friend. So there's
especially because we're right next to the vendor hall.
yeah, you're going to be distracted. Hopefully, our back is to it at least, but who knows? You could be staring at it the whole time.
I'm very good at locking in. All right.
Oh, I'm not. That's not going to happen.
You don't say, Aubrey.
The pigeon is always driving the bus. Anyway, Zeratul from Protoss, because Talia loves the Protoss. Like that's her jam. And so I'm gonna see if I could get. I don't know. I know nothing about how you get it. I don't know where it's gonna be. I don't know if there's a limited number and it's gonna be gone by the time I figure.
Oh, I'm
this
sure
out,
everything's
but-
going to be limited. I'm sure everything's going to be limited. Like that's
but-
when it comes to con exclusives. That's usually what
try.
happens and stuff.
That's why you
But
gotta
yeah,
blow all
no,
your
I
money
mean-
on Thursday.
That's get it out of the way as soon as possible. That's kind of usually how it goes. Let me just go broke now. But yeah, no, I mean, I'm excited. I know it's going to be, I'm hoping this is not the last Shatterpoint Worlds. I'm hoping that it continues on. They have said that there's going to be future like stuff in the future, and they're going to continue organized play. So I will say this: I am going to enjoy every moment that we have at Adepticon with Shatterpoint as much as possible.
Yes.
And I hope everyone else can too. I mean, I know that there's a lot of doom and gloomers out there. But at the end of the day, I think we just have to make the most out of what we have. I mean, and what the time that we've had with the game. I mean, I think we've said it here, and we're going to continue to play. You said you're going to continue to play, even if it's just with your brother or Samson or me. We still have to get our league game into.
We do. We do.
Come on, guys.
Yeah,
we'll figure that out
this
someday.
Wednesday. We could probably do it this Wednesday.
Yeah, we can probably do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm done
but yeah,
with
so, like,
mine.
I'm so proud of you.
Yeah, we are proud of you, Aubrey.
I got them done early because I know better.
Wait,
I've been busy.
right.
So
Well,
have I.
Yeah, but you just read books to kids, man. That's like, that's not really doing anything.
I didn't say my job was hard. I said it takes time.
But yeah, no, I mean, I'm excited. Like I said, I want to make the most of this. I want to enjoy it. If this is the last run that we have, I want to make the most out of it and enjoy it for what it is. And we'll see what happens.
All right, I am gonna fire back, guys. Unless they suddenly announce a cancellation of all of the GTs that they've already scheduled, I figure we at least have one more Worlds. Even X-Wing and Armada had like a final World, so I think we're good through at least next Adepticon, unless something goes completely bonkers wrong. So I mean, come on. I think we got at least one more year in the bucket. It's
I would hope so.
It's next year that I am cautiously worried about.
Some people call that 2028.
There you go. That is a year.
No, that's not how numbers work. 6, 7, 8. Oh wait, I said the evil word.
6, 7.
Oh, 6, 7.
I did it on purpose.
I have 2 teenage kids, or one teenage kid and a 9-year-old. I live on 60. I live off of 67th Avenue. Every time I drive down that damn road, 6, 7.
Yeah, I coach high schoolers, so yeah, nonstop.
You're welcome.
Yep. But no, I agree with you. I think there is going to probably be, like, worst case scenario, there probably will be one more Worlds. I mean, like, if they do it X-Wing style, X-Wing Armada style, we're all going to hold out hope that that's not the case. But it like looking at around the community, it's like I see a lot of people looking at other games and like the selling off minis and everything along those lines, and it's like it's kind of sad to see that people going down that path so fast.
Yeah, it's a bummer when they're selling off minis and stuff, because it's like you can still play the game, like you can still keep the minis. I mean, I know you sell it off, you can have extra money to buy other stuff, but like, it becomes a collector item. You just keep them.
Yeah.
You put in work and time into building them and painting them and playing with them. Like, it's sad.
The thing is, there's a lot of games out there that are like, even if Shatterpoint dies and you decide not to play Shatterpoint anymore, there's a lot of miniature agnostic games out there that, like, I know, like Aubrey and I were talking about, like, using the Shatterpoint minis for, like he's showing right there, the sci-fi miniature scenarios under the 1 hour skirmish war games, like,
a book listener.
system. And like utilizing some of those, some of the Shatterpoint stuff to just do a narrative play using that system with Shatterpoint models instead. So it's like, I don't know, man. Like I think the game is still good. I think there's still going to be communities out there to play. I mean, in Phoenix, like the people aren't going away. The people aren't like, yeah, one person I think is selling their stuff as of right now, Damon, but I don't think anyone else is. So it's like, I think there's still going to be people to play. I mean, I know Dion just had an event this weekend. He had 9 players up in Minnesota. So it's like the game's still going. It's still alive.
Yeah, I think if anything, it's just going to be more of the higher competitive scene that might be gone,
Right.
especially if there's no worlds.
Yeah.
But
Right.
the casual scene, and even those players that are Samson and Booker, they're still going to play casually with us if they want to play. Like it's not like they only play competitive and that's it, and So I think it'll still be around playing for fun.
I would hope so. I would hope so.
I have a wall of board games, guys, and how often do I play each of those games? Like, saying once a year is kind of generous, I think, for some of them. But do I like having all my games on the wall and being able to pull out whatever? So if Shatterpoint becomes yet another game that's on my wall and I pull it out ever so often, I mean, it's still Star Wars, it's still fun, and I mean, I kind of get, because Damon's not selling everything, he's keeping all his Republic, he's just kind of like paring down. So I mean, I even see a point where I mean, I want to try and collect everything, but you only have so much space in your house, so I get sizing down. But am I going to get rid of everything? No, I'll always keep my favorite models. I'll always keep my the stuff I would want to pull out and play, and I just might not have a closet full of terrain over here to run giant competitive events anymore. I'm looking at that, Todd. Like,
Start selling
see
those
what
off.
happens
There you
there.
go. You can buy more
Yeah,
Slew cards.
Right. So, like, it's interesting. Like, I kind of like. I guess the way of this episode, the way it's kind of gone, is potentially, like, depending on what we hear at Adepticon, is probably going to be a little bit more along the lines of like what Momentous Struggle's kind of going to look like going forward. Too is us talking the Star Wars games we like and the Star Wars games we're playing, because we're still giant Star Wars nerds. And I think we'll focus on Shatterpoint, but I think we're going to, and we'll have a focus there just because that's kind of like the roots of the podcast. And also I think we'll touch on that at least every episode for a while here, but I don't know. I think like that might be something kind of what it looks like. So I'd be interested to kind of hear what, the people that listen to the podcast, kind of what they thought of this episode, since we kind of really spent probably half the time talking about SWU and other stuff that we're doing, and kind of circled into Shatterpoint a little bit. And I think that's kind of going to be a lot more of like what we kind of like what our podcast looks like going forward if we continue to stay it. So I'd be interested to see what people think for sure about that. I don't know. What do you think, Austin? Since you're a listener that's like been on for the first time, did you enjoy this anyway?
I know. Todd's afraid of me saying things that I'm not supposed to, so that's why he doesn't want me on.
Yeah, Aubrey's worse than that.
I was like, we let me on the podcast. Can't be worse than that.
I mean, I would say even as definitely it would need to stay Star Wars topicked because before I started playing Magic the Gathering, if you guys were mainly just talking about that, I'm not interested. I don't know what you're talking about. It makes no sense to me. Right. But I mean, for myself, I would definitely still be listening if it was, talking about Legion, talking about SWU, talking about, the new Mandalorian Grogu movie.
Yeah.
So I think that would still work out. Yeah, seeing that opening night, right?
Probably should be. When does that open?
I mean, no, because I think doesn't it open May the 4th weekend, like May 2nd, May 3rd? So I don't know if I'm gonna have time with it, because I want to try and run a Shatterpoint event, probably over at Pod, which I need to.
Release date is May 22nd.
Oh,
May 22nd. There you go. Well, also, even if it was coming out May the 4th weekend, you realize that movies now come out Thursday afternoon.
Right.
Why? It's so weird.
Yeah, it's super weird. But yeah, I mean, I saw the new Scream movie on opening day, Thursday at, I think I did a 9 p.m. showing because I had to wait till after my kid was asleep so I could leave. But
we should do
but that Thursday
Struggle meetup
before May 22nd. Yeah, Momentous Struggle meetup. We're gonna go see that movie.
Dude, that would be kind of fun to get all the Shatterpoint. That's a Friday instead of Friday Night Magic. It's Friday Night Grogu.
Yeah, you could do Friday or Thursday, whichever night works better.
I'm just doing my calendar thing.
Yeah, I think we'll sit there and think about that. But I think for all the local Arizona players, if you're interested, we'll see if people are interested to see some Mandalorian and Grogu. We'll make it family friendly if you want to bring kids. But yeah, no, I mean, like I said, I think this is kind of the path of unless like we get some. Like there's a shift that we didn't see coming, and the game gets revitalized or something along those lines more than I think we were already anticipating. I think kind of this is the path of like where we're going. We'll definitely focus on Shatterpoint, and because like we're still 4 weeks after 3? No, I think it's 3 weeks after Adepticon's the GT here in Phoenix. So there's that GT. Then we go into LVO. I will be going up north to Denver. At least I think I'm still going up to Denver for their GT on May the 4th weekend. I have to talk to Frontline Gaming about that. But yeah, I mean, so there's like, I'm still going to be doing Shatterpoint stuff for sure. I'm going to be live streaming that. I don't know if I'm going to be live streaming anything after that until LVO. Maybe we'll see. I don't know. We'll see kind of what it looks like. But yeah, I mean, I think like we'll still be doing Shatterpoint stuff for sure, Shatterpoint content. But I think we don't have as much to talk about. Like I said, it's been 8 months since we've had a release.
Well, but we have the multiplayer. We have the multiplayer rule set that's supposed to be coming out at Adepticon. I mean, that's supposed to
the new mission pack.
Yeah,
the new mission pack.
A new mission
I think
pack.
It's gonna be fun.
So, I mean, there's still some things. I know the competitive players have already put it through its paces before we can even get our hands on it. But for the rest of us, we got.
I haven't even looked at the cards yet for that.
Right.
Yeah. They're already.
I'm gonna have to put it through its paces.
Like,
Yeah.
I know we're gonna probably have to put it through the paces before Adepticon, so we can actually like reasonably talk about it and everything.
Oh yeah.
So I'm sure I'll be putting it through the paces a few games and stuff like that. But yeah, no, like I guess that's all the closing thoughts. I know, Austin, you need to get out of here and teach some kids how to kick a ball or something like that. So or block a ball from going into the net, whatever it is that you do.
It is blocking the ball from going in the net. I am a goalkeeper coach because goalkeepers are the best position. So when you play, it's probably dodge.
Yes.
That's true. That's definitely true.
Yeah. So closing thoughts, Aubrey. You got anything for us?
Just hang on to your minis for a few more weeks. He says as he's planning on buying some minis from Damon, but like don't sell off your whole collection. I'm seeing whole collections popping up on eBay already, and it's like, guys, I get you want to like immediately pivot and switch and change and do something else, but like there's still legs here. There's still life in the game. It's still fun. Like if after Adepticon we get literally nothing except the stuff we already know about, then I will join you in throwing some minis on the fire and roasting marshmallows. Oh wait, that's probably not sanitary or healthy. Anyway, you know what I mean.
Don't do the angry NFL fan and burn your jersey, dude. Let's not do that. Let's not do the angry NFL fan thing.
Right.
So it's like
right, that's all. Just come on, like yeah. See, so that's like we got a month. We've got a month. Enjoy your game, and we can come back and talk about this again in April.
Austin went all in on Swoo. That's the Swoo jersey.
All right. It is the Swoo jersey. It is the Phoenix Squadron.
Austin has his Phoenix Squadron Swoo jersey that he's showing off on the camera.
Got my name there on the back.
Yeah, he went all in. All right, Austin,
I did. Hey, you either go all in or nothing. All right.
Apparently. Do you have any closing thoughts though about like the state of the game, or because I know that you, like I said, you kind of been just hanging out, not kind of entertaining it just to stay away from the negativity that like seems to boil up. So
Yeah, I mean, I definitely agree. I think don't sell off your stuff yet. I don't like to sell off stuff at all, but if you're going to wait it out a little bit, make sure that the game's actually going to die, because you never know if, maybe something crazy happens and another company is like, no, let me buy this game out, and then they start pumping stuff out maybe. Or they realize that they made a bad mistake and they want to push it more,
The other thing is, like, what happens if, like, this... Once Asmodee does kind of get closer to not being so badly in the red, they allow freaking AMG to pick the game back up again and start and pick up development if they don't completely end the development of the game, and then you want to jump back into there's a lot of potential things that could happen out there. I don't know. I mean, I'm hoping for good things, but we'll see what happens with it when it's all said and done. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm gonna keep my stuff. I mean, I'll probably, I know Aubrey and I will probably still play Shatterpoint. I'll probably use the minis in one way, shape, or form anyway. There's all sorts of miniature agnostic stuff that you can use it for even if you don't play Shatterpoint anymore. So, but yeah, I would say don't be doom and gloom yet. Give it some time, and then and if you want to be doom and gloom afterwards, you can. I mean, there's certain discords I would probably stay away from if you're really trying to avoid doom and gloom. I mean, there's some.
I mean, even since, what was it, last week that the announcement came out?
Like 2 weeks ago now, almost.
2 weeks. So, like, my mindset on the game hasn't even changed since then. Like, my thoughts of playing the game. Like, I haven't been like, oh, I don't want to play the game anymore. Like, I'm still like, if I wasn't at a wedding rehearsal on Wednesday this week, I would have been at, Gamers Guild North playing. Like, I'm still like, oh yeah, I want to go play games with the guys and hang out. And I mean, if anything, it's the excuse of being able to hang out with people that you met through the game and, be able to socialize.
Exactly. Our community is amazing, and I think that's like one of the things that'll keep me coming back and keep me playing it until the community is not around anymore. So I mean, like, I know not everyone has like a great community, but hopefully you got like one or two people that you can play with and continue to play with. Like I look at the guys up at like the Two Sprues guys. They don't have a giant community, but they have like 3 or 4 people. Like they think they have 4 or 5 guys that they play together with. So I mean, there's definitely. I mean, even if you just have that to play a fun game together, that's all you need. So hopefully we'll see what happens. But I mean, I guess that's a good place to close off. As always, I want to thank everybody for listening. We appreciate all you guys, our patrons. You guys are amazing for your continued support, even when we don't know what's going to happen with this game. But we're still here talking, whether you want to listen to us or not. I mean, we're here and stuff like that. So definitely appreciate all those guys and all the support that they give us. But other than that, just remember, you could be a pigeon driving a bus, and then we'd call you Aubrey.
May the pigeon be with you.
Bye-bye.